di tornare a casa.
Michelle is a shy, awkward teenager who is having the kind of school life that nobody would voluntarily sign up for. He is bullied daily by two classmates named Ivan and Brando, invisible to the girl he likes, and thoroughly embarrassed by his mother, Inspector Giovanna, who has a talent for showing up to his classroom at the worst possible moments, including once to personally hand him the lunchbox he forgot at home, in front of everyone. The woman means well, the timing is catastrophic. Today is Halloween, and Michelle has a plan. Stella, the girl he has been quietly, desperately in love with for what feels like his entire life, is throwing a costume party. He wants to go as Spider-Man. He hides his money inside his shoe, gets to school, and at some point during the day manages to secretly film Stella on his phone, which is the kind of decision that only makes sense when you are 13 and completely out of ideas. A teacher confiscates the phone almost immediately. Meanwhile, Inspector Giovanna arrives at the classroom to inform the students that their classmate Martino has been missing for 2 days and asks if anyone knows anything. The class says nothing. Giovanna hands Michelle his lunchbox and leaves. The bullying starts approximately 30 seconds later. Ivan and Brando drag Michelle into the bathroom, steal the money from his shoe, mock him about his father, throw him to the ground, and finish the whole performance with Ivan firing a paint gun at him in the hallway while the class watches and laughs. Michelle walks home alone with paint on his shirt and nothing in his pockets. At home, he checks Stella's Facebook and sees the party invitation. He wants to go. He wants to impress her. He has no money and no costume. He scrapes together his small savings and buys the only thing he can afford, a cheap Chinese superhero costume from an old shop. The character has no name. The powers are not explained anywhere on the packaging. It is truly the saddest costume in the city of Trieste. That night at the party, Ivan and Brando find the video Michelle recorded of Stella and play it on the big screen for everyone to see. When Stella confronts Ivan, he points at Michelle and says the video was on his phone, that he had been secretly stalking her. Michelle stands in the middle of the room, surrounded by people staring at him, and completely falls apart. He runs to the bathroom, locks the door, and hears people pounding on the other side. In the dark, he whispers the only thought his mind can form. He wishes he could just disappear, so no one could see him, so he could finally live in peace. He escapes through the window and goes home. The next morning, Michelle stands in front of the bathroom mirror and cannot find himself. His clothes are there. His shoes are there. His body is completely gone. Michelle has turned invisible. After several minutes of pure panic, he pulls on clothes, a mask, and gloves and heads to school, terrified but moving. On the way, his courage evaporates and he turns back. Then he spots Ivan pulling a paint gun out of his bag. Something shifts. Every humiliation, every stolen coin, every moment of being laughed at in a hallway, all of it rises up at once. Michelle strips off his clothes, turns fully invisible, and walks into the classroom. He grabs Ivan's paint gun and fires it across the room, then drops it back into Ivan's hands just as the teacher turns around. Ivan's father is called. Ivan is dragged out of school in front of everyone with absolutely no ability to explain what happened. It is, by any measure, a deeply satisfying. Michelle then takes his invisible revenge to Brando's tennis final. He pokes him from behind, moves around him, touches his shoulder mid-serve until Brando is shaking and convinced he is losing his mind. Brando loses the match. His father scolds him and storms away. Michelle, feeling better than he has in years, decides to push his luck one step further and sneaks into the girls' shower room. This does not go well. A towel gets thrown in his direction and lands on him. His invisibility cuts out. The towel is removed. There is a fully visible Michelle standing in the girls' changing room with no clothes on and absolutely no explanation that will help him. The girls scream. The school calls Giovanna. Giovanna takes Michelle to the seaside and demands answers. Michelle wants to tell her the truth, that he can turn invisible, but he is terrified she will think he is a monster. He says nothing. His nose starts bleeding, the way it always does when he is overwhelmed, and Giovanna quietly cleans it without saying a word. Then her phone rings. Brando has gone missing from his home. Back at school, a psychologist named Giorgio speaks to the students about loneliness and the dangerous impulse to run away from home. As he talks, Michelle's hand slowly starts turning invisible under the desk. He presses it flat against his leg and keeps his head down and counts the seconds until the bell rings. At home, Michelle tells Candela, his younger sister and the most enthusiastic person in his life, the truth about his powers. She does not hesitate for even a second. She tells him he is a superhero and announces that from today, his name is the Invisible Boy. Michelle points out that he is a boy who has already given up on everything. Candela ignores this entirely. That evening, Michelle is sitting in his room when he hears Giovanna on the phone. She is speaking to her mother in a worried voice, saying Michelle has been acting strangely. Then she says what she is really afraid of, that maybe he has found out the truth, that Giovanna is not his real mother, that he was adopted. Michelle hears every word. He has been bullied for years. He has been humiliated in front of the girl he loves. He has discovered he can become invisible and has no idea why. And now the woman he calls his mother is not his mother at all. He goes to the seaside and sits on a swing in the dark, not knowing what to do with any of it. Stella walks past. She notices a swing moving with nobody in it. Instead of being frightened, she sits down on the one beside it. Michelle draws a smiley face in the sand. They start swinging together in the quiet. Stella says softly that she doesn't have many friends. She asks if he would like to be hers. Michelle says yes. When she leaves, the blind man who has been appearing on the edges of things, always nearby, never explaining himself, watches from a distance. Michelle apologizes to Stella for what happened at the party. They grow closer, spending time together wrapped in a blanket, talking easily. They share a kiss. Then Michelle's hands start becoming visible, and he panics, grabs the blanket, and runs. Candela tells him he should just tell Stella the truth, that maybe she will like him for exactly who he is. After thinking about it for a long time, Michelle decides she is right. He goes to find Stella at gymnastics practice. Before he can say anything, a dart hits Stella and she collapses. A man grabs her and runs. Michele and his friend Mario try to stop him but are thrown aside easily. Stella is loaded into a van and driven away. Michele calls Giovanna immediately. That night, he cannot sleep. He reaches for his superhero costume and finds it has been washed and shrunk beyond use. He makes Candela try it on to see if it transfers the power. Nothing happens. He yells at Giovanna and in his anger says the thing he cannot take back, that she is not his real mother, so she doesn't care about his things. He storms out to the seaside. The blind man is there waiting for him. He sits down beside Michele and speaks calmly and directly. The costume had nothing to do with the powers. It never did. The abilities are his own, awakening naturally as he grows up. Then the man says something that changes everything. He is not a stranger at all. His name is Andre. He is Michele's real father. Andre explains everything. He was born in Russia. A nuclear accident altered the DNA of survivors, giving some of them extraordinary abilities. The Russian military captured these people, calling them specials, and imprisoned them in Siberia to be experimented on and turned into weapons. Andre's power was reading minds. Over time, using their powers made the specials seriously ill. Andre slowly lost his sight. Most specials could not have children. Andre and a woman named Yelena were different. They fell in love. Michele was born. They knew the military would never allow their child to grow up freely, so one night they escaped the secret base with their baby. Soldiers gave chase. To protect her son, Yelena used her power. She could turn invisible too, and held the soldiers back while Andre ran. One soldier figured out her trick and shot her. Yelena died that night. Andre spent years moving across Europe with Michele, knowing the military was still searching. Eventually, using his mind-reading ability, he looked into the thoughts of a woman named Giovanna and found exactly what he needed: a kind-hearted person who desperately wanted a child and would protect him without question. He left Michele at her door and watched from a distance to make sure he was safe. He hands Michele a special suit made by Yelena herself before she died, bearing the Russian symbol for special. It works in harmony with Michele's body and will keep him invisible without requiring him to wander around completely naked, which Andre strongly recommends. He warns Michele that the enemies now know he is here and he must be careful. Their minds are connected. Andre can always find him. Then police sirens sound in the distance and Andre disappears. The next day, Michele is home drinking tea with Giorgio when he notices bandages wrapped around the psychologist's hand. He goes still. He remembers that during Stella's kidnapping, Mario bit the hand of the man who grabbed her. The connection clicks into place like a key turning in a lock. Giorgio is not a psychologist at all. He is the kidnapper. Michele tries to escape. Every door and window is locked. Giorgio tells him calmly that if he calls anyone, his friends will not survive. Michele locks himself in a room, and Giorgio begins forcing the door. At the last moment, Michele strips off his clothes and turns invisible. He grabs a knife and attacks, but Giorgio dodges it easily. Then Giorgio does something clever. He spreads flour across the floor. The powder clings to Michele's feet, and his footprints appear with every step. Giorgio follows them to the window, grabs the invisible boy, and throws him back into the room. The impact makes Michele visible again. Giorgio tells him he was never meant to live among normal people, that if the world found out about him, they would call him a monster, that he should come with him. That is where he truly belongs. Michelle kicks him, throws a bed on top of him, turns invisible again, and runs. Outside, he crashes into Ivan, who cannot see him, and completely panics, swatting at the empty air around his scooter. Michelle becomes visible mid-panic, and Ivan nearly has a heart attack. Michelle grabs him and tells him everything. Giorgio is a Russian spy. He kidnapped Stella, Martino, and Brando. They have to go. Ivan pulls out his paint gun and says he always suspected something was wrong with that man. He was sent to Giorgio for an attention disorder, but never believed he was real. He is ready to fight. Nobody has ever been happier to carry a paint gun into a genuine crisis. Meanwhile, on a ship somewhere offshore, Stella figures out why they were taken. Martino is a mathematical genius. Brando is exceptional at tennis. She is skilled in gymnastics. The kidnappers kept asking about their special abilities. They are looking for talented children. Stella finds a way out, using Martino and Brando as support to climb free. Once outside, she realizes they are on a ship, spots a powerful searchlight on a high tower, draws a smiley face on it, and turns it toward the sky. Michelle sees the signal from shore and knows immediately it is her. He and Ivan race toward the ship. Ivan fires his paint gun directly into the electrical control panel. A massive short circuit tears through the system. Alarms scream across every deck. Guards run in every direction. In the chaos, Michelle puts on his suit, turns invisible, and slips inside. He holds a gun to a guard's head and forces the release of Stella, Martino, and Brando. He sends Martino and Brando out safely. Then Stella tells him there is an old man being held captive below deck who also needs saving. She leads him into a dark room. The door slams shut. Stella turns and points a gun directly at him. Before Michelle can understand what is happening, the old man in the wheelchair reaches out and touches Stella. She collapses instantly. The old man introduces himself as Voland. His power is controlling minds. He used Stella to lure Michelle here. He has been controlling Giorgio the entire time. Everything was designed to bring Michelle to this exact room. Voland orders the submarine detached from the ship. Giovanna and Andre, who have found each other and are searching with Ivan, reach the ship just as the submarine separates and the vessel goes into lockdown. A countdown timer appears on the screens. When it reaches 0, the ship will explode. Martino and Brando are still inside. Giovanna fires at the gate and frees them, then goes back for Michelle. She finds Giorgio, who genuinely knows nothing. Andre reads his mind to confirm it. The countdown accelerates. Andre pulls Giovanna out. The ship explodes. Inside the submarine, Voland tells Michelle they are going home, that he is going to meet his mother again. Michelle shouts that his mother has been dead for years. Voland smiles and says she is not dead. She was only injured. She has been waiting for him all this time. Voland tells him the specials now control the world, that ordinary humans exist only to eat and survive, that Michelle was born for something greater, that this is his real family now. Something breaks open inside Michelle. A new power erupts. Telekinesis. Objects fly apart around him. Guards are thrown across the room like they weigh nothing. Cracks split the hull of the submarine and water begins pouring in. In the final seconds, Michelle grabs Stella, dives into the escape capsule, and hits the button. The capsule rockets upward, breaks the surface, and lands on the shore. In front of everyone gathered there, Michelle removes his mask and turns visible. For the first time, he is shown his power openly. But because no one can see his face, no one knows who he is. Andre tells him the memories must be wiped. If people remember what happened, Michelle will never be safe. Andre erases every memory of the truth. The only thing anyone remembers is that Giovanna saved the children. Overnight, she becomes a hero. News channels celebrate her bravery. Michelle watches from the crowd and praises her with his whole heart. Giovanna smiles, the smile of someone who has no idea why her son is looking at her like that, but loves it anyway. Back at school, Ivan and Brando come for Michelle one more time. He does not flinch. He looks at Ivan calmly and says he knows about the condition that makes life difficult and that it will be okay. He looks at Brando and says his anger at his father does not have to land on other people, that if he talked to him, things could change. Ivan and Brando stand completely still. Then they walk away without saying a word. Michelle heads to find Stella, but the film has one final truth to deliver. Yelena is alive. A soldier reports to her that the mission failed. Michelle escaped. Her reaction is immediate and violent. The soldier quickly adds that it is not a total loss. They have located another special. Her name is Natasha. She is hiding in Morocco. Yelena's expression shifts into something cold and purposeful. And then comes the secret Andre never told his son. On the night he escaped the secret base with baby Michelle, there was another child hidden in the same bag, his own daughter, Natasha. Michelle has a sister. He has no idea. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe to Scene Scout for more.